Hi everyone, this is Paul and you're watching Billy's Educatella. In this today video session, I would like to discuss the Java code for Prim's algorithm. Before going to the topic, please subscribe my channel and like the video and press the bell icon for my notifications. Now let us discuss the topic of Prim's algorithm. Here I consider a class named as Prim. In that class, I am taking the main method public static void main. In that main method, string args of. Okay, so I created the main method. In that main method, I would like to declare the graph by using 2 by 2 matrix. So 7 by 7 matrix. So because in the example that I have been explained to you in my previous video session of Prim's algorithm, I took a graph which is of size 7 by 7. So I would like to take a 7 by 7 matrix. So here I copied the elements. So I will explain to you. So here the first set represents the A set. So A set represents that first element, that is 0. That means there is no internal connection between A, and second one 4, that means A to B we have a connection which is of size 4, and after that its value is 3, that means the connection between A to C is 3. Okay, zero equals to A, comma 1 equals to B, comma 2 equals to C, comma 3 equals to D, comma 4 equals to comma, and finally we have Z, that value is 6. Here the length between A and B is 4, so I represented it as 4. That means at the one index I showed the value as 4, and tooth index I show the edge value as 3, and for remaining edges there is no connection from the A, so I put the remaining edge values as zeros. So in this way the connection were made. Similarly for B has connection with A, so I represented it with 4, and there is no internal connection between and there is no connection between C directly, and there is no connection between D directly, and there is a connection between E, so I represented it with 12, and there is a connection between B and F, and its value is 5. I represented it as 5, and there is a connection there is no connection between B and Z, so I represent it as 0. So in this way I created the graph value, and I created a array named as visit as equals to. So what is this array size? Should be the size of the graph. So I took the size of the array as 7. Okay, and I am taking the minimum. Int min equals to 99, comparing the minimum values between the edge values and the minimum value. So I took the minimum value as 999, and coming to u equals to 0. So u is the source vertex and v is the destination vertex. Okay, and I am taking the total equals to 0. Okay, so now I am going to take the visited vertex, that means the source vertex, for int I equals to 0, I must be less than 7, I plus plus. So I took a for loop for taking the source vertex, and I represented the source vertex as visited some I equals to 0. So here here its name should be visited, so I named visited as 0. After that I am taking another for loop for representing the minimum of the given matrix. For int j equals to 0, j must be less than n, j plus plus. So n value means, sorry, its value is 7. So here I take another for loop. In that for loop I am going to take the matrix. If the matrix, sorry, matrix means the graph, if the graph of I and j is double equals to 0, so if the graph value is equals to 0 means if there is no element in that graph, that means there is no node in that graph. So in that case we are taking the graph of I and j equals to 999. Okay, so when the node value is empty, we are taking the graph size as 999. Okay, I think you understood it. After that I'm going to name the visited of 0 is equals to 1, because we already visited the source vertex, that means the first vertex, that is a, we visited it, and I am naming that visited name as equals to 1. After that I am going to take another for loop for counting the visited vertex. So for counting I am taking the counter, so int counter equals to 0, counter must be less than 6, because why, you may get doubt why he took 6 in place of 7, because I already included one vertex, so I didn't take that, so I discarded it and I took the 6 vertices. Okay, and counter plus plus. After that I am going to represent the minimum, min equals to 999, and again I am taking the for loop for int I equals to 0, I must be less than 7, I plus plus. Okay, and I am going to take the visited vertex. If the visited of I is equals to 1, that means the source vertex is equals to 1, so visited of 0 is equals to 1, we are going to take another for loop for j equals to 0, j must be less than 7, j plus plus. So here we are going to take the another matrix of the given graph. So for int j equals to 0, j must be less than 7, j plus plus. So we are going to represent the visited of the another node. If the visited of j double equals to 0, that means we are setting the destination node as 0. So when we are setting the destination node, we are going to take if min is greater than, so min is greater than the graph of ij. So here I am taking the graph of ij which represents the edge value. So when I value is equals to 0 and j value is equals to 0, if this edge value is less than the min, we are going to update it. So min is equals to graph of ij. Okay, I think you understood it. So here first I am taking the counter. So this counter is usually used for counting the visited vertices. Okay, and coming to the, I am taking the minimum. So minimum is equals to 999. So actually here I already represented the minimum, and I am taking the for loop for finding the edge values. That means which is the minimum edge value. For int I equals to 0, I must be less than and I plus plus. If the visited of I double equals to 1, that means we are taking the source node, that is the initial position. So for I equals to 0 and j equals to 0, that means graph of 0 0, that is a node. So a node value is nothing but 0. Okay, I think so you understood it. So the a node value is 0. After that we are going to take the u value is equals to I and the v value is equals to j. So u is the source vertex. I already said I represents the source vertex and j shows the destination vertex. So I represented u equals to I and v equals to j. So in this way we can find the which is the minimum edge in the given graph. After that I am going to take the visited of v is equals to 1 when the whole edges are connected. So total equals to total plus minimum. So we are going to upgrade the total value every time, and we are going to print system dot out dot print ln. In that, first I am going to print the edge connected, that means source. Okay, what is the source? U is our source. Okay, after that I am going to represent to which edge it is going to be connected. Okay, it is going to connected the v, which is the destination. So and after that I am going to print the which is the minimum edge. Okay, min. After taking the u vertex, that means the source vertex, and v is the destination, and what is the minimum between that two nodes. So after that I am going to print the total system dot out dot print ln. What is the total? So the total weight of the graph. So the total weight of the graph is equals to the total. Okay, after that I am closing my main method and my class. Let us save and compile it. So here I compiled it, so which shows the source and the destination is 2, and here the source and the destination is 1. Now let us see the actual image. So here that is a to b means 0 to 1. So 0 to 1 means 4 and 0 to 2 means its value is 3, and 0 to, there is no connection between a to the remaining nodes, so remaining are discarded. From b to f, that means from 1 to 5 its value is 5, and again 2 to 3, that means c to d its value is 7, and again from d to e, that means here 3 to 4 its value is 2, and e to z and 4 to 6 its value is 5, and the total weight of the given graph is equals to 26. So in this way the Prim's algorithm works. I think so you understood it. If you have any doubts, comment below, and please like the video and subscribe my channel. Thank you everyone.